We look for a fat grab right here.
Yep, this grab was as juicy as it appears, but I can promise you I still have a ways to go before I can master Zarya. So let's rewind this just a little bit. Oh, wait, you weren't meant to see that.
So this map and Clash in general plays very interestingly. How this works is basically you are looking to cap a point, and if you cap that point, then we are blue team, so we'll move on to D. If we cap D, then we move on to E, and then a change that they made between the beta that they ran of this in quick play versus now is that they actually made it so that if it's a Steam rule, you would cap this and then it would go back. Whereas before, if you capped the 3, it was the end of the game. It was kind of like their home base. These maps are very quick. It's almost like Flashpoint a little bit, where these team fights are going to be relatively quick. Albeit, I was just talking to you before the video started how I did have some games that were very, very long length. And that was because people were just playing hard cover, and you try to cap a little bit, and then oh my gosh, they're using cooldowns, I'm gonna back out, that type of stuff. So I haven't really gotten. I mean, today's the first day, so I won't know for sure how you guys are gonna want to play this out yet. But at least you have the gist of it. Yeah. I don't hate that bubble. Don't get too focused. Yeah. So that was my worry there. So when she TP'd out like that, that's not your job. That needs to be somebody else's job. That is your Sombra's job. That is whoever. I mean, if she's in, you can look to bubble your Mercy or something, because that's probably going to be the main target. But once you pushed her and she TP'd out, you're done. That's it. You've done your job. Okay. Yeah. So we still get her though, but.
Yeah, maybe not.
This is not winnable. We can maybe do some damage here. Try to get a pick. We don't touch this. Yeah. No.
Yeah, this one actually, probably because it's in gold, but it actually sustains for a while, if I remember right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we don't want to play this. We just want to regroup. We have no supports right now. Well, we're just about to get our Moira now, but if we would have waited just 2 more seconds, I do worry about you dying here. We did end up bubbling ourselves. I see the bubble thought process here, but we shouldn't have even pushed past it to begin with, so I just...
Okay.
Yeah. So... guess we're just gonna do the Lord's work right now. What's going on with your team?
I haven't looked in a while.
Yeah. We got that kill in the Junkrat, that's great. Okay, what's going on here? Maybe I should look at the tank now. Maybe I should help out our team, because in Overwatch 1, when it was 6v6, I wouldn't have minded the off tank doing this, just running down the enemy team, because off tank in Overwatch 1 was basically just a beefy DPS. Right. But now there's no off tank or main tank. You are the tank, so just be mindful. I mean, you can keep pushing here if this Mars is going to hold a shield, but at least look behind you and try to your Mei here, for example, died when she probably could have lived with a bubble or something.
Yeah.
Good bubble. That was a great reaction time.
Thanks.
I'm using a hard cover. I like it. We're so afraid. Yeah, the Rhine was hacked there. We need to run on that.
So when he's hacked, is he able to put out a shield or no?
Not for 1.5 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, good bubble.
Hey, look, I right click. That might have been my first right click.
I think that was. Alright, where's this tower going? Nice. Yeah. That was overkill, but...
Yeah, I didn't realize. I think we both queued at the same time. I was just trying to...
Yeah, but even so...
How long did I have it? Because I felt like I had it for a while. That's why I used it. I feel like
you did have it for 2 fights.
Yeah.
Look at how low this guy is.
I know.
I mean, you can kill him. That's not a problem there.
That's
and your Pharah was nanoed too. So.
No. Oh yeah, I guess
well,
it was.
not right now, but you can see it dying off right here in this, the blue and everything.
Gotcha.
I'd rather you, as I said before, I'd rather you use your ults poorly than not use them at all. Nice. I liked that.
Okay.
Just poke the bear a little bit.
Nope, this was accidental.
Oh, that was
that was a bad problem. But I didn't know how to get back up, and I freaked out for a second. I'm like, how do I even? And it's right
jump
behind
pad.
me. Yeah, it's right behind me. I just kept turning just outside where I could see it. That was so annoying. It's a good play, but annoying.
Oh, we had Buble.
I thought I had used one. I'm gonna be honest. I remember because I knew it was coming. I'm like, he's gonna shatter. So I thought I had used one, but I don't know what I did, to be honest.
Yeah. We're also we're really, really focused on our gameplay. When in the past, I understand like in general you want to be focused on your gameplay, but also like we could be bubbling our team a little more.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm like, who else's gameplay would I focus on? But now I understand.
Yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah. Like no, you 100% need to focus on yourself to get better, but we also need to be mindful of our teammates.
This is the play of the game here shortly. Yeah, this is actually right here.
Nice. And then we look for a fat grab right here.
Yep.
There we go. Exactly. See, you're definitely learning.
Yeah,
I can see the thought process happen. Well,
okay. Let's not talk about the Junkrat clap. The trap.
And that's why we turn up our headphones, folks. See, there you go. That right there was a good example of a right click and why it should be used. That Juno was like kind of hugging the corner here, and it was like kind of
I couldn't see her.
Strafing your she was strafing your beam, so you can use the right click for the splash damage, boop her out into the open, whichever way, depending on which way she's pressing her keys. So yeah, this point right here, I want to talk about this point because this point is a pretty good point for you, defenders wise. Places that I'd like to see you, obviously here. I don't hate over here if you want, like playing this pillar. The only issue I have with it is that I feel like you're giving up too much space. You're giving up this lane, and this lane is like they can kind of just run past you. So realistically, I like hugging the corner here, or if you want to be farther back, depending on what they're playing, you could be playing right here too. And this way, it also gives you a route too that, let's say, their tank is having to back off. Well, instead of chasing their tank, you can kind of go through this way and kill their backline.
Makes sense.
So, also, we did not turn around nearly as much. Oh, it was this fight. Yeah, this fight here was interesting. Yeah, I think that playing this is not your move here. So if we want to talk middle point here, what kind of area do you see this as? Like, obviously, we need to be contesting point, right? But are there ways that we could contest point and be a little less vulnerable?
Yeah, so where the Sombra's kind of between those two pillars there, either of those would be good.
Yeah, if we play like right here, we can. And I like this side too, because so on this side, for example, and I'm glad they didn't do this, like the Oasis university point, where like you're kind of confined to entering through a choke point. This one you actually have like an open area over here. There's no wall. So you could also contest over here and use this wall. So if the Bastion's going to pop out this way, which it usually does, we have a piece of hard cover here that we can also like touch point, ever so slightly touch point. And then if he pops out this way, then we can say, oh, okay, well, I'm over here now. One other thing too at this point, if you were in the initial fight here, I like the way that you can set yourself up. There's like these different areas and such. We saw this area down here, which is pretty cool. I think this game was too fast to be utilizing this type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other things we could do. We could be up here. Let's get these little side areas. So let's say if you were capping and you're waiting for them to make their push or something, or you got here first, and there's different areas you can look at too. So that's another thing too. Use the map to your advantage, because as the tank, especially in the lower elos, if you like poke and pester the team, they'll think that your entire team is behind you, and they'll just start pushing this way. Like, let's say you were right clicking and Ryan's team was behind him, and you started like right clicking them. I bet you 9 times out of 10 he's gonna go this way instead of this way. And this way, such a good spot for you to hold because you have this long hallway corridor. You could have your team helping you out with damage here. You can also, this opens up a route that's pretty easy for your your flankers to access while also being in the LOS of your supports. What were some things that we had previously touched on in our last Zarya coaching session that you have been keeping in mind?
That is an excellent question, and if you click on this video right here, you can actually see the answer for yourself.